make sure the contracts that you're turning in are the properly worded, the ones that we are going to give you. You know, they do a lot for our clients as well, but it's very important that you get with a company that has their stuff together and not some of these people that are just out for the money. You know, if they're out for the money and the glory, they came into this business a few years ago, that's a fast way to lose a lot of money. Okay, let's go in with your first set of questions here. I've got a training call coming up, so I'm going to be here just for a little while here. John, I'm a trust deed investor specializing in 90-day turnaround loans. Is there any way we can benefit? I don't know. You'd have to actually email me that and get a little bit more in detail on what it is that you're looking for, and I could answer that. Next question. What is the paperwork you were talking about to take over the vacant property? I'm a Platinum member. Well, Mark, you asked me that on the training call tonight, and I'll let you know what that is. Although I gave away a lot of stuff tonight, well, there's some stuff that, you know, comes with membership, and that's one of them. But that paperwork sure makes life easy for you. What training programs come with a membership? Well, right below us on this web page at weprovidethecash.com, you're going to see a whole list of courses that come with the membership. And there's actually more courses than are actually listed there. So the video right below that has the HSA overview will go through each of the courses, tell you what it is that you're getting as a Platinum membership. At what level are we able to create our own private mortgage notes to sell our properties faster? Well, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to with that question. I guess that's too broad of a question to ask. Tighten up that question a little. Tell me exactly what the setup was. I'm not sure if you're talking about if you're talking about short sale properties and that kind of things. There is a way to do that, but again, you know, I would have to know what that question is. John, I'm a guest. Where is the play button that you mentioned to view the live broadcast? I don't see any buttons on the website. Well, again, you know, that's one of the issues that this particular player and Windows Media has. Sometimes it doesn't show up on your browser. So sometimes one of the ways around that, by the way, is to well, first of all, if you put your mouse over the player, over the picture, if it does near the bottom, if the buttons don't show, then you probably are not going to see them in your browser. The fix to that is to download a different browser. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this, and this is the one I recommend to our members. Download a browser it's a free browser. Most of them are free, I guess. It's a free browser at flock.com. I have to say that very carefully, as you understand, but it's spelled F-L-O-C-K, flock.com. It is built on that Firefox or Foxfire. It's built on that browser, so that's probably the best browser on the market today. But Flock has taken that browser up about 5 notches, and it has built in a lot of extra things that I can't live without. So, you know, this is just if you go in there and you download it, you'll see what I'm talking about with all the extra stuff. Everything is just a click away with this. John, how long do you have to wait before you can sell it and unload it? Well, generally you can't sell something now with clear title. This is you know, you have to come up with clear title before you can sell something. Generally, okay. So you got a cash flow there that has some value after some amount of years to somebody else. But for the most part, people want a clear title. So you're going to have to wait until you get that title, that clear title on it. And that depends. In the state of Texas, if you pay taxes on it, it's 5 years. If you don't pay taxes on it, it's 10 years. That's if you file for it, and then after 20 years, there's another something. I always pay taxes on it, so it comes out to 5 years for anything I've ever done. John, I want to know if I make a small investment, can I grow it to be higher? I probably, well, let me tell you, I was just thinking before I came on the call, because I had a call earlier today from somebody who, is like, he didn't want to invest any more money, basically, is what he's come to. And he said, well, I don't want to invest any money, to make money. And I'm thinking to myself, you're crazy. You cannot make money without spending money. Every time I make money, it's as a direct result of two things: effort and work on my part, and some kind of financial investment. I spend hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands. This week, I've spent thousands of dollars on my business. And, I've been working in this business for a long time. Well, I have the income to spend thousands of dollars. But, it's because I spent a little bit, so you do start out spending a little bit. When I first got started, I started with very little, and I just kept growing that. I would put it back in the business and keep growing it. And I still put a lot of money back in the business and continue to grow the business. And I always will. The second you stop investing money is when you stop having income come in. It just doesn't work. And right now, when bad times hit everybody, the first thing they want to do is cut back on everything. Well, you cut back on your advertising, you cut back on some of your expenses like that, it'll drive you into the ground. You'll flat go broke and go under. You can cut back on resources, such as employees, and cut back on pay and stuff like that. But there's some things about a business you can't cut back on. So you've got to put money into your business in order to grow. If you don't have a business, you've got to invest in some business to make it grow. And that includes this business as well, if you're thinking about getting started in this business. Check Ranger, I will get back with you on your login. I'm not sure yet what your situation could be. We'll have to take a look at it. John, I'm looking for funds for a second mortgage on home, value 4.5, requesting 150 for 120 days. Well, we don't do that kind of thing, and generally that looks like I don't know, something's wrong with that deal. Obviously, first of all, you haven't given me anything on the numbers side. You're not giving me anything I can even remotely give you any kind of advice on, so I'll just refrain from saying anything. I don't know anything about what you just described. But the fact that you didn't describe it, to a degree where an investor could understand it, is probably telling me that you probably shouldn't be doing that deal. You need to, if I were you, I'd come back down from the $4.5 million deal down back into, a house, start with a residential house, and go in and learn all the aspects of doing a transaction, okay? I see this kind of thing every day. Every day somebody emails me with something from the internet. This is, too good to be true deal. I got a $50 million deal here. How can I make it work? You're not going to make it work. That's a waste of time. And most of the people involved in those deals are either scammers, okay, they're scams, or they're caught up themselves in some kind of scam or thing that doesn't exist. They don't even know it doesn't exist. We see it all the time. John, I would like to join your program, but there's no one to communicate with. What do I do? My sponsor, there's nowhere to be found. Okay. Gabriel, I talked to you already last week. Okay, let me see. Did I already skip back down to last week's questions? The 16th? I did. Okay, so sorry, folks. Start taking last week's questions. Yeah, we have a support. Just a quick answer on that, but that was last week's question. But since we opened the can on that, we have a support email. You can email me directly under the support link. So if you have any issues with logins, setting up your free site, making payment, if you have any issues with that, you can always submit a ticket in. And if you give me your phone number, oftentimes I'll call you back and walk you through the process. or I'll email you with a simple solution. Oftentimes it is,